guys, Prowl1701 here. If you could pick the next First Doctor and the next Second Doctor animation, within reason, realistically, don't just blurt out Dalek's master plan, because it's probably not coming anytime soon. Let's be realistic. Of the missing stories that are reasonably feasible to get anytime soon, which one would you pick and why? So if I could pick one from each, I'll pick one and then I'll tell you what my second place would be. If I could pick one for the First Doctor, it would be The Smugglers. Partially just because it's part of Season 4. I love Season 4, and it would be that much closer to completing Season 4. Plus, I just like The Smugglers. I've never watched the Recon, but I have read the Target novelization. I really enjoyed the Target novelization. Plus, I tend to like pirates, so I think I would enjoy an animated version of the Smugglers. There we go. I think I would enjoy that. Plus, typically now they do color animation and a black and white animation. I think this one could look really good in color. I think this is one I'd probably like the color and the black and white version. So I'd really like to get The Smugglers. I think that would be really, really cool. Now, my second place would be The Savages, but just because it's a story I don't know much about other than Stephen leaving, so I'm pretty much going into it blind, which I love. And everyone says The Savages is pretty easy to do. That it would probably be more than likely one of the Hartnell animations we'd get sooner. That sounds interesting. And it's only, a 4-parter, I think. Plus, it's a companion departure. I figure it would do well. So I'd probably like to see Savages if it's not The Smugglers. Now, with Troughton, the main one I would want to see is probably The Wheel in Space. Although it's really close between two of them. The Wheel in Space would complete Season 5. I figured it would sell well, because not only is it a Cybermen story, the only Cybermen story we don't have complete in one version of another, but it would also, it's also the first story with Zoe, so it's a companion's first episodes, and I like Zoe a lot, so I would like to see that. It's the weakest of the 60s Cybermen stories, but I watched it recently for the first time, the surviving episodes and the Recon, and thought it was fine. I enjoyed it well enough. I also like the abridged animated first episode that came on the Macroterra. I thought that was really good. So I would definitely love to get The Wheel in Space, and that would complete Season 5, so it would be ready for a box set. Now, right behind it, they're almost a tie, is the Space Pirates. I like the Space Pirates. Yes, the Recon is hard to get through, but that's really, for me, the only problem with the Space Pirates is the fact the Recon is so hard to get through due to lack of telesnaps. The existing episode 2 is okay. There's not a lot going on in it, but it's okay. The novelization of it, though, was a great read. I really, really like the novelization of the Space Pirates. And I feel like an animation of the Space Pirates could take some creative liberties, much like the Macroterra does. It could really turn it into a very interesting story, because it is a very visual story. Space Pirates is a very visual story. I think there's a lot you could do with it in animated form, taking some creative liberties with it. I think the only thing it really has going against it is its reputation. I would be willing to wait an extra year or two for Season 6 of Troughton to get an animated Space Pirates. I would. I honestly would. Or even if they release Season 6 soon, if they did Space Pirates in an animated form down the line, I would be cool with that. I'd have that steelbook right over here, because I find it an enjoyable watch. I'd be happy with Wheel in Space or Space Pirates. Of course, I'd be happy with Highlanders too, but I don't think the budget's there to do a 2D version of the Highlanders, and I don't think the technical know-how is there to do a good 3D version of the Highlanders, so I'm willing to wait on Highlanders. So that's my thoughts. I want to know what you think. Comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I also have a Patreon if you would like to help me keep the bills paid, so to speak. I want to give a shout out to a couple of my top tier patrons, Colin Coney and Finn Perkins. I appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. It's very much appreciated. Also have a P.O. box down there if there's anything you'd like to send me to look at and review. I also have a link to my Amazon wishlist and my Amazon UK wishlist as well. Most importantly, thank you for watching.